Happy Tuesday, and welcome to Facebook Live. So I'm Holly with Handcrafted. Okay, I think I'm back. I'm just gonna pull this up here real quick. I just got to notice that my Wi-Fi was being wonky, so we're gonna see. Oh, okay. All right, maybe we're good. So welcome to those of you coming on, and welcome if you're watching on the replay. That's great too. Oh goodness. It is, as I like to say, negative nonsense outside. I think it was like negative 12, my dad said, when he gets up the earliest because he takes his dog outside. And it was like negative 12 with like a negative 20 something nonsense wind chill. Negative nonsense. That's all I got. The cold has me tongue tied. So welcome you guys as you're coming in here. Hi Carol. It is crazy cold here in the Midwest, but we're heading up in temperature. Today was kind of our last day in the Arctic, so it just gets better from here, right? So welcome everybody who's coming in. Hi Jackie and Vesta. Welcome to all of you. So I've got a couple of cards that we're going to make today, and yeah. That's kind of where we're at. So I've been saving up some of the Happy Mail because they are birthday cards, and I'm going to open them closer to my birthday. So I'm not going to show any Happy Mail today just because I think it's fun to kind of put all those together and do them at the same time. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to jump right in. Well, I'm going to ask you guys, how are you guys doing? What are you up to? Have you been crafting lately? What have you been making? Let us know in the comments as we are heading into this video. I always love hearing what you guys are working on. It's fun for me to hear, and I better move these over so I can get this. There we go. All right, so we are on a mini catalog. Now this is the only thing I can show you in terms of current product, because I can't show you the online exclusives because they are on the online store. But I always want to remind you that we now have a new category called online exclusives, and what that means is they're only available online. So you're not going to see them in here. We don't have a brochure or something like that. So online exclusives, I love them. I think it's awesome that Stampin' Up! Can cycle their products more often. So we can, if you don't see something you like now, there might be something in the next online exclusives release that you like. So it's a really cool thing that we can have both a print catalog with some super fun stuff in it, and then we can also have offerings that are available on the website. Now, it doesn't mean you have to order on the website. I know some of you prefer to contact me for your orders. Totally fine. You can just look on the website and get what you want and then send me your order. So that doesn't really change. So today I'm going to show you one project using a bundle from this catalog and one using an online exclusives, actually. So yeah, couple of things here. All right, so we've got a paper that we're going to use. So I'm going to be using the butterfly embossing folder here. Oh, my embellishments got a little wonky. Let's see if we can move those over. There we go. So I'm going to be using the Serene Love, and then also the, let's see, what do we got here? Beautiful Butterflies. And trying to see here, I'm using mixed labels. I'm just using a whole bunch of different things. I'm not using that one. So this is a combine your products type of video because I really just want to show you a fun layout. And this layout just uses 2 large pieces. Now each card, my layers are going to be different sizes, but I want to show you a fun way that you can just layer your cards together and have a project ready to go. So this is our first one using the butterfly embossing folder. So let's make that. So I'm going to start with, now I will tell you, I created this card as a kit for people that I was sending catalogs to. I sent these kits out to them. So my pieces are all cut and ready to go. So I'm just going to kind of walk you through the sizes. So first I'm going to start with a piece of basic white. And this measures 5 and 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. So we're using tiny borders here today, or at least in this first card. So 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So let's see, it's just going to be a tiny little border here. See if I can get that. There we go. And then I have embossed a piece of boho blue that measures 4 by 5 1/4. I love this embossing folder because it's actually a hybrid embossing folder, which means you have choices. You can emboss it just like you've seen that I have done. You can also add a metal die, and so you could cut out this butterfly. So you've got multiple ways that you can use it. And I'm just going to get that on there. And then I'm going to set this here because we're going to stamp a couple of pieces. So this is a white insert, and it's 3 3/4 by 5. Hello, Shar and Eva, Karen, Ethel. Welcome everybody who's coming in. All right, I'm going to stamp in boho blue. We're going to make this a birthday card. So I'm going to do happy birthday. And I happen to know that I'm not going to use this entire tag, so I'm going to stamp over here to one edge. There we go. And then I'm going to use Time to Celebrate. These two stamps come from the Beautiful Butterflies stamp set. And if you're joining us for our card play online retreat, we're also using, this is one of the featured bundles for the make and takes. So you can get a make and take package in the mail for card play, and it'll contain supplies to make 8 cards. So it's kind of a fun event coming up in a few weeks. All right. Yes, Karen, I love this blue too. This is that boho blue, one of the in colors that's actually going to retire this year. So I got to get some uses in before it retires. If you're not familiar, our in colors do a 2-year cycle. And then with each annual catalog, we get new in colors. So this is one of the colors that'll be going away in a few months. All right, so I'm just going to crease that down. And I don't want to cover up this beautiful butterfly. So actually, I'm going to hold this open here for a second. So I'm going to be putting my tag over here. And I am going to just kind of hold it there. Let's see if I can hold it here. Let's try to hold it straight. Actually, you know what? I bet I could do it this way. Maybe not. Gotta find a way to hold it. I meant to cut it before I attached these 2 layers, and I forgot. So now we're just gonna do it in the most awkward way possible. Awkward crafting with Holly. Maybe we'll rename these videos. Kidding, just kidding. All right, so I have cut off a little bit, and now I will add some dimensionals. And we'll just dimensionalize this. Now, depending on where you put that butterfly on this panel, it might mean that where you put your tag will vary as well. So I'm just gonna put this tag right here. And then we've got our 2023 to 2025 opaque sparkle dots. which has, these are the 5 colors that'll be retiring in a few months. Actually, I'm not going to use this end. I'm going to use the putty. Oh, if I can get that. Oh, goodness. I didn't have this screwed in tight, so that's why it came off. So we'll just put that back on there. All right. So, let's see if I can take this back over here. And then, oh, my putty is, just fix that here. Not wanting to stick today. Sometimes you have to kind of play with that putty. And I'm just putting 3 down the body of my butterfly. Now, I know that's tone on tone, so let me hold that up together. Move this over here. So if I hold that up, you can see I just added those 3 little gems there to the butterfly. So I think you can see that better now. Isn't that such a beautiful embossed piece? And here's what I want to show you with this layout is that with just 2 simple layers, we have these beautiful cards. So this is what we're just working on a 2 big layers. That's what we'll just willy-nilly name this. So here's our first card. And our second one, I'm going to use this Serene Love paper. So this was a re-release. This paper design was originally released in black and white, I don't know, a number of years ago. And they brought it back, but they recolored it. So now it's Night of Navy, Lost Lagoon, Lost Lagoon, and Old Olive. And so you can see here, if I show you the 3 colors that go with it. And then on the back side, we have a variety of kind of geometric shapes that go with it. So gorgeous, gorgeous paper. And it really stands by itself. So we're gonna do a card in each color. Well, I've already done a couple of them samples to show you, but we're gonna make one in Night of Navy right now. So we're gonna start with our 2 big layers, and these are going to be 4 by 5 1/4, and then 3 3/4 by 5. And you can see I'm just using the back of that beautiful flower paper. And then I'm going to take a piece of ribbon, and we're going to stick the ribbon across the front of the card here. And then we can put this on the front of our card. So again, 2 big layers to make the background for our card. Now for this one, I am going to take my white insert and my tag here. And I am going to, let's see here. Night of Navy, there we go. I'm stalling because I was looking for my ink. I set my dimensionals right on top of my ink pad, so then I couldn't find it. All right, we're gonna start with, let's see, what should we put on this one? What do we got here? I'm gonna do sympathy. I'm gonna do a sympathy card here. And I think I'm just gonna put it over here. There we go. And then on my inside, I'm going to do, in case you need me, I'm here. So kind of mixing and matching from different stamp sets. Oh, I think that's a little bit crooked. You know what? We're just gonna turn it over. Cardstock has 2 sides. So if we can go a little bit more straight. I'm stamping at an angle here, so that's probably not helping me. All right. So then I will put my insert on the inside of my card. And just like that, we'll have the inside. And so I'll crease down my fold here. And then we're going to use one of those flowers that you saw on the other side of this striped paper. Now, I've already done some of the fussy cutting just so that you don't have to sit here and watch me do the entire thing. But we're just going to fussy cut around the flowers and the leaves. And I chose one of the triple leaves, or I'm sorry, triple flowers. There are also single and double flowers on this same piece of paper. So each of the three colors, Lost Lagoon, Old Olive, and Night of Navy, have larger flowers, but they're all different. And I'll show you the Old Olive and Lost Lagoon here in just a moment. And so we're just gonna quickly go around our leaves. And for the most part, I'm moving the paper and not my scissors. I hear that's supposed to make it easier. So we have this large set of flowers right here. So I'm gonna take my sentiment piece and I'm going to start by adding some dimensionals here. And then as you'll see, I chose to stamp on one side. So that's going to determine the side of the card that this tag is going to go on. I tried to do all of my samples in a different spot, so we'll see if this works out. So that means I need to put it over here on the edge of my card. And I can now put my flower like this. So let's see, right behind here, right about there, I need some tape. And then on the rest of it, I need some dimensionals. So we'll just kind of spread some dimensionals out here. That should work. I can always slip another couple underneath if I need to, but this will give me a good starting point. There we go. All right, so I am, oops, I see a little tape booger right there. There we go. So just like that, put our flower there. And I am going to use the iridescent foil gems on this one. Because I love these. These are clear, but they have little flecks of gold in them. And so I love that you pick up the color behind it when you set these down. So I can stick one right there and on the big flower. And then I'm also going to put one right down here. So we have our two big layers, and then we've added our accent and sentiment piece. So with sympathy, in case you need me, I'm here. Now, like I said, the Old Olive and the Lost Lagoon have different flowers. So when I added those, for the Old Olive, I stamped in the middle of my tag, and I did a single flower with kind of the double flower here. All the pieces are still the same. In terms of my layers, my tag, my ribbon, I've just stamped in a different place. So, and then this one, I did thank you so very much, and kind of the opposite of this one, and put the Lost Lagoon over here on the edge. So with two big layers, we can create some really cute cards with all sorts of different papers and stamps that we can work with. So just a fun idea for you. Here, I'll move these over a little bit. Little fun idea for you today. These three, again, right here, these three have the same measurements. And then this one, I just made 1/8 of an inch bigger because I really wanted to highlight that butterfly on this card. So, but I'd love to see your version with 2 big layers. So head over to the community group and share your version of this card as well so that we can see what you've been making. So thank you guys so much for tuning in for Coffee and a Card. I love it when you're here. Facebook Live is just my favorite to craft with you guys for a few minutes. So thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to encourage one another and build each other up. I'll see you soon.